This is our Acer Shirasawanum Yasemin. It's the 20th of September 2019. We're up here in the northeast of England. It's very chilly this morning. Just want to give you a little update on this tree. If you remember earlier in the year, I was using these rubber wire ties to hold some of the branching in place. That's doing the job quite nicely. But the tree beat us to a couple of the longer lower branching that were touching each other. As you can see, the ties there, these have died back, and just pruned from here, just back almost a centimetre from the main trunk. Pruned a couple of these off, also from here, if you can see. Just prune them off, and then I will unclip the two ties. That will tidy the bottom of the tree up. There was also just one other piece of dieback. As you can see, this was higher up on the tree. It's a completely different colour, and there's no leaves left on that piece of branch. That's just naturally died, so we just trim it off to tidy the tree up. And I'll just have a quick little look around, and some of the tips of the tops of the branching, like here, there was about a centimetre of dieback, so I just trimmed that off there. And you can do that round the whole of the tree, but I tend to do that once the tree's dropped all its leaves for the tips. You can see what you're doing better. But I've been meaning to prune this lower dieback off during the summer, but I just never had the time. So I was trying to do the video for you as well. So I will take that up, and the tree will look a lot better now. So those two cable ties will get untied and used elsewhere. I've still got 5 ties in place higher up on the tree, which I'll leave until next year. I think next spring I'll untie a couple of them and see if those branches are actually holding in place. If not, I will retie them and try again next autumn. The tree's doing quite nicely. It's coming out a lot lighter because the sun rises in the sky behind the tree. It's a lovely dark blood red at the moment. The tree was repotted a year ago once it dropped its leaves late autumn, and the leaves have been quite small this year. There's some starting to get a little bit larger in places there, but nowhere near as large as they were when we first got the tree about 4 years ago. They were almost double that size. This tree is quite a bare tree compared to, again, when we first got it. It has grown quite a bit, probably a good foot in height and width. When we first got the tree, it was a very dark purple, but because it gets a lot of light, it's remained red since. It has lovely orange red stems, and unlike some of the other Japanese maples that the stems colour fades with age, this one's still a lovely brown lower down here for the first foot, and then it still retains some of the redness. the leaves are very sort of cupped and hanging down. Try and show a little bit of a contrast there.